refer to the pioneers of steel pan or steel bands in general as some of the greatest innovators to walk this earth, who would have came up with this instrument that is now considered one of the best instruments to ever been created. They may be a bit biased where that is concerned. Some 21 years ago, a very good friend of mine, Emil Capel, he said, let's go to the pan yard. So I went to the pan yard with no intentions of playing. And I walked inside, it's 50, 60, 70 pan players spread across the field, just enjoying the music. Devinson David at the time he was one of those persons influential in running the rehearsals. And he came over like, come and play. No, I'm okay. Captain at the time, Stafford Joseph, come and play. I'm okay, I didn't come here for that. And they sent a young lady to ask me the last time, and I said yes. But, that's how I started with it. In Antigua, it would have been that iron band, and also what they refer to as house coat bands. A lot of steel bands would have started out of this house coat band. It's very informal. It's not in a classroom. It's not this entire study that somebody would have done. It's a mobile unit, right? And if you think about his steel pan started, it was also a very mobile unit. It's the pan around the neck and they'd move the percussion section. Luckily for Antigua and Barbuda, we still have some iron bands that are around. It is still very a traditional thing. At Easter time or Christmas and on Boxing Day, the community gets together, and this is how we celebrate. When it came to Antigua and Barbuda, the sound of the steel pan was very different because they brought with them an idea and they invested time just trying to better their craft. And years after, you would have found that, steel bands in Antigua sounded very different. The people who were associated with the steel band were seen as outcasts. If you were caught playing the steel pan, you would have been beaten and thrown in jail. This is just a musical instrument, just like any other. Yes, it has its specialties, it has its novelties, because it's still not yet 100 years old. If you were a steel band and you were to walk past the church while it's in service, the church will stop, and you've heard stories about them coming and throwing like holy water. 1949, the first steel band competition in Antigua and Barbuda was held, and it featured 3 bands. Because bands used to clash. When they met on Scotch Row, Market Street, when they met, it would have been fighting, instruments down, everybody's fighting, because everybody wants to be the best. So they would have come up with the steel band competition of 1949. There are only a few things that identifies the Caribbean, anywhere you go in the world. It's Bob Marley reggae music, more recently athletics, sprinting, but one of the most iconic parts about the Caribbean is the steel pan. And anywhere you go in the world and you hear steel pan, it's automatically associated with the Caribbean. Steel pan is in all walks of life. There, you can study steel pan up to a doctorate level in some universities. We need to continue to celebrate the steel pan and all of the other affiliate type of groups like the iron band and safeguard them for future generations. That's just the long and short of it. Steel pan is our thing. It's not going anywhere.